It's time for
Tech Tips with Sarah.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us again for another Tech Tips with Sarah. Hey, Sarah, how's it going?
I'm working my way to fabulous. How are you?
I am doing great. Thank you very much. So today, Sarah, I want to talk to you about the new features in Teams. So last week you showed us Standout mode, and Microsoft said, hey, that was such a hit. We're going to add 2 more presenter modes for people to use in Teams to create a more engaging experience. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about what's available?
Absolutely. I was actually showing this feature to a coworker the other day, and all of a sudden I noticed 2 new presenter modes, and I'm like, I'm so excited. I have a favorite, and we'll see what it is, and we'll tell you why it's my favorite. But let's take a look at how we can do this. Now, I have my screen right here where I can see our team session, and I have the ability to share my screen. Now, when I click the share content, you're going to see that we now have 2 additional presenter modes. We have side by side and we have reporter. Now, next to this is a customize button. We'll talk about that in just a second. So let's choose side by side. Now, what's going to happen with side by side? I'll select that. I'm going to choose the screen I want to share. And here is my PowerPoint. And I will actually get a preview screen on my computer, and I'll just bring this over here. I can see a preview of it. It's got my screen that I'm sharing, and it has my video on the side. So I'm a little bit more present in this screen sharing, and people can see my face. Now, what I like about this mode is that it doesn't blur the background. If you're wearing a headset, it could be a little awkward sometimes with how the blur happens in the background. This is perfect for me. But what's great about this is I can present on my screen. You can still see where my mouse is. I can still talk to the content I'm sharing, but people will be able to see me. And a benefit of this is that my face or my video is not on top of the PowerPoint. So if, just in case I accidentally cover something or obstruct the view of part of the PowerPoint screen or even my screen, I don't have to worry about that because I have a full screen and then I have my video. Now that's one option that we have for sharing. Let's take a look at another one. Just going to bring up my Teams meeting again here, and I'm going to stop sharing. And now, we're back to seeing the screen with just our video, Cherie. So now I'm going to show you the other mode, and I'll click on my share content command again. I'm going to choose the reporter method and pick the screen I want to share. And again, you get a preview for those of you who are doing the presenting yourself. You can actually see this. Now this is just like your Standout where it like blurs the background, but it actually just does an outline of your profile. You still have your screen on the right-hand side, just like with reporter mode, full screen. You're not covering anything. You can actually see in your preview yourself. And of course, you can see me presenting here. So I can still show my emotions, still show my face when I'm smiling or when I'm really serious. But it's another way to present your screen. Now, you'll notice that when I'm doing reporter and when I'm doing the side-by-side, that there's a background image. How did that get selected? Well, let's take a peek at how we can adjust that. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen once again. I'm back to my video with my wonderful friend here, Cherie. So let's take a look at how we can change that. Now, when you choose that share content, next to those presenter modes, if you choose side by side or if you choose reporter, I'm going to choose my favorite side by side. And when you click customize, you can actually choose the background from a preset of backgrounds that Microsoft Teams has provided. Now, hopefully we're going to come to a feature like we had with Teams backgrounds that we could add our own in the future. Very excited for that to hopefully come. But I'm going to choose a cool background like, ooh, I like this kind of blue glowy background. And I'm going to select that, and I've got my side by side, and I'm going to share my screen. And then now in my preview, I'll be able to see this really cool background. Kind of aligns a little bit with my company colors, but obviously we'll hopefully have the opportunity to choose a background that works best for our organization or just for ourselves personally when we're presenting this method. So hopefully you find some time to use the new presenter modes in Teams when you're presenting to a group of people. It's great. It adds some personalization to your content and just gets you that much more personalized and closer to your audience.
I love it. Thank you so much, Sarah, for this great tech tip.
Thank you.
We hope you found this video helpful. If you've got a question for Sarah, please contact her at connect@sarahdelnick.com.